welcome to the channel. If you're new, it's your girl Simone, and I am back with that action. Yeah. As y'all can tell by that thumbnail and that title, today we are back with another review. I know I missed last week. I know a lot of y'all was probably cussing me out of your head, but don't worry, I'm right here. You can say it in my face if you want to. Y'all see I got that cologne and the colon coat on my body. And today is review day. We are here to review Call Weber Family Business New Orleans. I skipped last week because don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger. Last week's episode to me was pretty boring. Honestly, this week's episode was to be boring, but I feel like I can't keep skipping, so what I'm gonna do is probably every other week, you know what I'm saying? So since they dropping one video a week, by the time I come, it'll be 2 videos upload, you know what I'm saying? It depends, you know what I'm saying? If some go down in the episode that just had me like, oh Lord, maybe. Before we get any further into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to everybody down your timeline. You know we about that action. We coming every single time. Booyaka, booyaka. Where we going? Jamaica. Okay, so diving into the story, what it was, episode 4. Episode 4 is where we left off. We left off with Skunk telling LeBlanc, hey, I know what happened to you. Well, not necessarily I know what happened to your brother, but I seen Floyd carrying your brother's body. So we opened up episode 4 at John LeBlanc's house, of course, his mansion. Him and his crew getting ready to ride out, go see Big Shirley and everything. Of course, him and his right-hand man, Saint, have a discussion. After they have their discussion and everything, he gets sent over to a scene with Nene and Larry. These two, I ain't gonna necessarily say creeping around because this your husband, you know what I'm saying? You can't be creeping around with your husband. That's your man. You can't really be creeping around. But he makes it very clear that he don't want nobody to know that he is there. You know what I'm saying? She offers for him to come with her. He like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Shirley don't like me no more than she like LC. Nene mentioned something about Shirley not liking violence, and Larry like, hey, all the shit we had to do back in the days to get the blues back. So my question is, you know, who took the blues the first time? Who originally took the blues? Who they had to get it back from? I'm sure we'll get more into that story on down the line. Now after this scene, of course, we get taken to the scene with Floyd and his voodoo hoodoo woman. Y'all know how I feel about that. Blessed be in the name of Jesus. We rebuke that. He's getting dressed. Obviously, he's getting ready to leave, ready to start his day and everything. He leave the chicken foot, bruh. He leave the chicken foot finally. He done got that thing up off of him. He done got it up off of him. He ain't got no more chicken foot. But obviously, the girlfriend, she not necessarily feels some type of way, but she got some type of spiritual connection, spiritual tie to him, because she wake up out her sleep like she was having a nightmare or a dream or something, and she wake up and realize that he ain't wearing the foot, and she goes screaming, Floyd, Floyd, you know what I'm saying? But Floyd ain't nowhere to be found, baby. Floyd done left for the day. Now we gotta figure out how she gonna get the chicken foot to Floyd. Is she gonna get chicken foot to Floyd, or is something bad gonna happen to Floyd? Now that's going on. The Duncans are at the mansion, the Duncan mansion, in New Orleans. Well, I'm assuming it's a Duncan mansion. Having breakfast. Curtis is cooking. Y'all know Curtis cooked back in the old family business, so it ain't no surprise that he cooking in this family business. Nene come in, hair all messed up. Y'all know that's Curtis and Lauren mama, so they like, hey mom, where you done been? You know, Shirley like, girl, fix your hair. Curtis is like, you know you still married, right? And Nene like, hey, I ain't never did nothing against my husband, so don't go questioning me and accusing me of nothing before you get slapped, boy. Technically, she wasn't creeping. She was messing with a man, but Curtis don't know that because they don't know that their daddy is there. Why won't he at least tell his kids? I don't know. But hey, that's another conversation for another day. I'm always saying that's another conversation for another day. When is we gonna have this conversation today? When is we gonna have it today? Shirley and Monique leave the house after they have breakfast and everything, and they just in the car talking about Mimi and her little fling, talking about Marquise Antoinette and how they need to get that gone, talking about how she might fire Antoinette because she don't want her son getting killed. She don't want her son getting hurt over a little fling. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame her. You know, I don't blame her. But Marquise is a grown man. He's a grown ass man at that. So that's neither here nor there. They pull up to the club. They see somebody out there waiting for them, standing by a limo. You know, Monique like, you know, you think it's one of them high rollers ready to come in, ready to bet something? Shirley like, no, you know, they don't usually wake up to about noon. Shirley, they have a little conversation. You know, he's saying, you don't remember me? Shirley like, hell no, I don't remember you, man. You state your business. Let's get going, you know. He states, you know, he would like to have a private conversation. They have a private conversation. They get to talking. He jibber jabbing, running his mouth. She don't really understand why he running his mouth. So she pull a gun and is like, look, bro, either you say what you gonna say what you need to say, or get out, bro. Say what you wanna say. Let the words fall out. Honestly. Like, come on, bro. I want to see you be brave. Like, that's basically what she's saying. He starts reminiscing, telling her a story about when he was young, how he took a trip to Waycross, went to this place called Big Sam's. Now, Shirley like, Big Sam's? Hold on, I remember that. And if y'all remember a couple episodes back, might have been the first, might have been the second. I have to go back in my notes. But Shirley did state that she was a madam. So in order to be a madam, you got to start off as a what? Bottom. You know what I'm saying? You got to start off at the bottom. He just telling her like, look, you was my first, my last, my everything. He was telling her like, look, you know, I done been with a few women, but ain't nobody topping you, and I need you. You know, so he started offering her money. I believe the first offer was $20,000. She was like, what? Then she go to $100,000. Now keep in mind, they paying the mayor $100,000 a month for the, you know, do whatever they do with their business. I'm 1,000% sure she ain't gonna take no $100,000. You got a loan $100,000 for you to hunch on her. I don't think she gonna take that. She telling him like, look, I don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with that. I'm flattered, but I just don't want to do that. And he telling her like, look, how much is it gonna cost to turn one of them white only pies into nigga pie?
Stop it. Get some help.
He tell her like, you know, how much is it gonna be to turn that no into a yes? Monique ended up busting in and is like, look, bruh, she don't pull no gun out of nobody unless she plan out on using it, you know, unless you done pissed off or you offended her. And he like, look, I ain't mean to do none of that, but I will be back. My birthday coming up, you know, so this won't be the last you seeing of me. Now my thing is like, for you just pull up, first of all, he got a private investigator to find. I don't know if I said that, but for you to get a private investigator, you found me, pull up to my place of business. You don't even know if I'm in that line of work no more. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, they do say once a hoe, always up to you. Look, I'm just saying, you wouldn't have been pulling up on me. I think this lighting is kind of ass. It's cause that window, that sun. It's okay. I told y'all, I'm still working on my setup. I'm still working on my thing. So he leaves. Monique is telling Shirley like, look, LeBlanc and his crew called the Crescent Boys. I just found that out. I don't know if they've been saying that or what, but his crew called the Crescent Boys, like Pillsbury Dope Boys, like bread. The Crescent Boys. The Crescent Boys and John is outside, so they end up going up in the club, passing security, all that good stuff. And basically, John is telling her like, look, a little birdie told me, because he would have said Skunk, but Skunk is telling him like, look, if you take me in there, I'm gonna be dead, and you ain't gonna find out what you need to find out, and I'm gonna be dead, and this whole thing gonna be useless. So LeBlanc is telling her like, look, a little birdie told me that they seen your brother Floyd and your son Marquise carrying my brother Pierre's body outside of the Blues. Shirley straight up like, that's a damn lie. You know what I'm saying? Shirley telling him like, look, we got a video of Pierre leaving the Blues. John is like, can I see that video? Shirley like, of course you can see that video. As soon as you bring me the little pump pussy little nigga who, oh, I'm sorry, I got a little aggressive. As soon as you bring me the person who told you that lie. And she telling him like, look, I don't like mess. So whoever lying on me trying to start mess, even though they ain't lying, bring them to me so I can deal with them. You know, and John is like, let me do some more digging in my research and I'll get back to you. Now, if I bring that person back dead, is that gonna offend you? Shirley said, no, that'll just save me the pleasure. Should save me the pleasure of not having to do it myself. So we all know that person is Skunk. We know how Shirley feel about Skunk, or we know she messed with him more than Monique and Floyd messed with him. We know Shirley is probably Skunk only friend at this point. While that's going on, Lauren and Prince seem to meet up again. They exchange information and everything, set a date for them to just hang out, you know, one-on-one time. And that's all we really see of them as far as this episode 4. The Crescent Boys and LeBlanc split up. LeBlanc and Kendall, which is the one with the colored hair, you'll see in the pictures, you know, man, y'all know how I do. Saint and Prince, who we now found out are brothers, from the conversation he and Lauren had. Saint and Prince head to go see Marquise. Now, as they on their way to see Marquise, Saint is trying to track Antoinette's phone, but her location is off. As we see that, which y'all petty, because the scenes be crazy. Like, he's sitting here trying to track her phone, looking for her, can't find her. The next scene, she on top of Marquise and they hunching in the hotel. Like, what? Y'all is just messy, bro. Y'all is messy and y'all petty, but I'm all here for it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no stranger to that thing. Ain't no shame in my game. Ain't no shame in my game at all. They heading to see Marquise. They see his dark blue Lambo and they follow it. It's Curtis in the Lambo. Curtis goes get him some coffee, get Marquise some water. Marquise and Antoinette, they finish up they little conversation. He orders her an Uber and he leaves. When he comes out, he sees Saint and Prince leaning on his car, and he like, hey bro, y'all need to get off my car, you know? And Saint is like, look, we ain't going nowhere. John sent us over here to ask you some questions because we just finished talking to your mama, so we came to talk to you. Marquise like, look, I ain't telling y'all nothing, you know? Fast forward, him and Prince basically ended up getting into a little squabble. Teach your man how to squabble. Curtis ended up coming out, pulling 2 guns like, hey, y'all need to back on up. You know what I'm saying? Asking Marquise like, you good, cuz? Marquise like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Marquise, you look like a little punk. Like, you don't look like you was prepared at all. Like, you don't even look like you knew what to do in that situation. But I'm assuming that it's gonna be another story for another day, because I'm just assuming you gonna show some kick-ass skills somewhere along the line. I pray, because if not, baby, you dead. Especially messing with the way Saint beat up that bodyguard in the last episode, that big-ass bodyguard at that. You is... they're nice, buddy, but they leave, you know? Curtis like, ooh, boy, we want the bun in the walls. That's actually exactly what he said. Word for word, I'm actually pretty sure that's what he said. Now, while that's going on, LeBlanc is talking to Skunk, you know, telling him like, look, Shirley said she got a video of Pierre leaving, so you ain't see what you think you saw. Did you see his face? And Skunk is like, no, I ain't see his face, but I seen Floyd and Marquise carrying the body. You know, LeBlanc slapped the hell out of him, like, look, bro, we ain't finna keep all this line. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't finna keep all this back and forth, this line shit. We ain't finna do it. Skunk basically peeped that, look, I'ma die either way, so I need to tell the nigga something. He like, look, I'm sure I seen him carrying Pierre's body, and I know he killed Todd and Eric too. So LeBlanc like, bro, who is Todd and Eric? Skunk telling John like, look, Todd and Eric is the dudes who's there not your brother got killed. Floyd killed them too. John like, why you ain't tell me nothing? Like, why you ain't say nothing before now? And he like, he ain't had no reward for them. Like, you know, he wasn't offering no money on it. Honestly, now though, Skunk, I don't think you're gonna get that money on it. That's just me. Skunk puts 2 and 2 together, figures he gonna be dead either way. He ends up getting up out the car, running. They at the golf course, somewhere close to the golf course, and he run. He get gone. John get out the car, shooting at him. His crew get out, they running after him. John, he gets a call from his inside man, and he put a call in to find out about Todd and Eric and find out that it's true. Found out that they, autopsy says they died of natural causes and that something's fishy. So John is like, look, I don't know what it is, but something ain't right, you know. I don't think Skunk lying all the way, you know. So as Skunk is running, like I said, they was close to the golf course, he ends up running damn near right through, I was gonna say Curtis, Floyd's golf game with the mayor. He messes up his hit, don't do right, don't hit good. So the mayor's like, you know, you gonna owe me a little money, on it. LeBlanc decided not to run after Skunk because he like, look, he ain't got nowhere to go. I think he telling me truth, so we can keep him alive for right now. So they put their main focus on Floyd. They go look for Floyd. They see Floyd. LeBlanc is like, hey, bring him to me. He got some questions to answer. That's the end of episode 4, which was last week's episode. I know, pretty boring, right? 20 minutes sitting here talking to y'all. They're pretty boring. You didn't learn nothing new. You didn't learn nothing that you didn't already know. Right. Exactly. They just be setting it up. That's why sometimes I don't like new seasons, because they mess you up. As we get into episode 5, which is basically just picking up off of episode 4, we open up Skunk running right into the sheriff, and it's telling the sheriff like, look, LeBlanc is trying to kill me. And the sheriff is like, nigga, you better not be like, she ain't say nigga, she white, she better not say nigga. Literally, right after she said that, she get a call on the radio, like, there's shots fired on, I think it was like River Road or something like that. And I'm assuming that was close to where she was, which is why she believed Skunk. And she was like, okay, cool, we looking for a Rolls Royce, let's head out, let's go. Floyd looking for his golf ball that he messed up the last episode from Skunk running and everything. He talked to himself like, I'm gonna kill Skunk. LeBlanc's crew looking for him, and they was close to finding him too. But when Floyd turned around, I thought, you was finna get got. He didn't get got. His crazy voodoo hitch. The crazy voodoo girl was there with the chicken foot, ready to give it to him. Talking about you need protection, and they was like, oh, protection from what? Then the next clip is John, is John, and I guess they trying to say if she wouldn't have got there, then something would have happened. Look, I believe he was protected by Jesus, not no chicken foot. Okay, but you keep playing with that stuff, Floyd. You better get gone. That's all I'm gonna say. You better get gone. As soon as LeBlanc and the crew get close enough to Floyd to actually go get him and talk to him, the sheriff is like, where y'all going? Whole crew, guns on them. Pull the guns. In broad daylight, just put the guns on the sheriff to talk to him in broad daylight. So the sheriff is like, look, bruh, this ain't what y'all want to do. You know, they put a gun on the sheriff and the deputies. John got his gun out, the crew got their gun out, all of that. The sheriff ended up talking him down and is like, put your guns down, we don't gotta do all this, we don't gotta go through all this. John talks his crew down, and they all get arrested. They all going to jail. Marquise and Curtis is watching from a distance. Sheriff Clay ended up walking up to him and is like, look, this is the situation of what's going on, this is why we're here, y'all better get out of here before John think y'all had something to do with it. Marquise and Curtis agree, but before they leave, they see Floyd telling Floyd like, look, hey, we got some stuff to catch up on, so go ahead, do what you gotta do, and you know, we'll catch up later. We also talk a little bit about Marie LeBlanc in this episode, actually a lot this episode. She is currently right now, well, not in this moment, but in this scene, going to a spa. Turns out to be the spa of her sister, which also happens to be Raven from Family Business, the original one, New York, Family Business New York. She is the baby mother, the side piece, the original piece, whatever you want to call it, of Harris, which is London, aka Tammy Rowan's husband on the show. Marie is her sister. We find that out this episode. She asked her sister Raven like, hey, you got any spots for me to be set up as far as massage? I need one. Her sister sets her up. They plan to go to lunch and everything after. And that was that scene. Then we get taken to Marquise and Sheriff Clay meeting up again, which we know. We know, have they had a fling? We don't know. But we do know that Sheriff Clay did have a crush on Marquise. She said that loud and clear. It wasn't nothing. Alright, he's giving her a bunch of money, telling her like, look, you can have all of this money if you help me take care of our problem. Our problem is Skunk. He's seen me and my Uncle Floyd carrying the body, so we need him taken care of, or else everybody going down. And the sheriff is like, what y'all gonna do, kill him? I can't be a part of that. And Marquise is telling him, look, you know what the LeBlancs did to the other sheriff, you know, like old man LeBlanc. So I'm assuming maybe John LeBlanc's dad, maybe his granddad, you know, maybe even his uncle, who knows? Cause y'all know how family bending works sometime. But somebody, a LeBlanc killed the sheriff, we know that. But the sheriff's like, all right, I'll help y'all. She take the money, she like, all right, I'll help y'all. We get shift back to Marie and her sister Raven. They're talking. Marie is just telling her sister like, look, I think John is cheating on me. Usually I can read him like a book, but now he's being so sneaky, so vindictive. And so the sister is just like, look, girl, if you want to find out, I got something I can do to help you find out, but don't ask no questions. So Maria's like, look, I ain't with all that crazy stuff. Y'all already know what crazy stuff they talking about. The voodoo hoodoo. It's New Orleans. I hate that. Every time we talk about New Orleans, they make it about voodoo hoodoo. Like the only thing New Orleans about is voodoo hoodoo. They go to the card reading lady. Guess who the lady is? Exactly. Floyd girl. So they get to reading. Raven, the sister, the owner of the spa, she gets cards like about her past and about somebody weighing her down, which is Harris, she says, from the other family business. She gets, I think it was one more she got. I think it was about like she made a good move or something like that. Marie gets cards and she ain't with it. She don't believe none of this. She feel like the lady making everything up. I think it was like $50 a reading. And she's telling the lady like, the only reason you know I was married is because of this big ring on my finger. You heard me and her talking, blah, blah, blah. So she gets a card saying like a death card. And the woman is like, death doesn't always mean actual death. It can mean the end of a relationship, the end of a pattern. Then she gets like a new love interest card, basically saying this man is going to love her more than anything than before. She feels some type of way, so she leaves. So as she leaves, we see John in jail. We see Sheriff Clay trying to kind of threaten him with her badge, but we see he ain't falling for that. He like, look, ain't you hunching on the mayor and all that stuff? And she like, F you, bruh. Forget you, man. I ain't gotta sit here and deal with all this. And he telling her like, look, I'm still the same dude who was selling you weed and pills back in the day. That gas and them pills back in the day. If you really want to go there, we can go there. I'm a better friend than the enemy. Remember that, Joanne Bernice Clay. Yeah, y'all didn't know I knew her whole name. Detective. No, I'm just playing. He said it in the show. Then we have Marie calling John several times, getting no answer. She then proceeds to go in her drawer and get the mask from Curtis the night of the masquerade ball. And she's just reminiscing. She gets a call from her sister, Raven, telling her like, I'm waiting for John, you know, I ain't doing nothing. And her sister's telling her like, when are you gonna live life? When are you gonna stop sitting around waiting on him? And she's, God, the light is just like, Marie continues to reminisce after she done talked about living and not waiting around for John with her sister, putting the mask on her feet, you know, all free, just doing all kind of stuff. We get a little peek of Prince and Lauren's date. She tells him that she's a virgin. He's like, oh, that's dope, you know what I'm saying? He basically fall in love with her just off that word alone. Now, we knew she was a virgin from last family business. I believe it was Paris, who not necessarily found out she was a virgin, but who got her into talking about it. So that was that. Can't wait to really see where their relationship go. Can't wait to see what's really gonna happen when they find out what they gonna find out. You know, they working for the opposite teams. Her brother pulled a gun on you. Like, how they gonna do that? Same goes to see John. As he's in there going to see John, he pays the deputy off, gets a list of witnesses, but the deputy is like, y'all need to get skunked. He the main reason y'all in here, but he with Sheriff Clay right now, so y'all probably ain't gonna get to him. Same goes back there to talk to John, telling him like, look, I got a $10,000 bounty on Skunk's head, so he ain't gonna be able to be babysat by Sheriff Clay for too long. LeBlanc kind of flexes his power a little bit on Saint, telling him, you know, like, I shouldn't have did what I did, and Saint is telling him like, you know, it's okay, I would have did the same thing. And LeBlanc is like, no disrespect, but you got the power, chain messed up. Like, bro, I'm big dog, I ain't supposed to do stuff like that, you is. And I ain't gonna say it made Saint feel some type of way, but it would have made me feel some type of way. That's all I am gonna say that. John finds out he got to be in jail until Monday. I'm assuming it's maybe Friday, Saturday, weekend right now, and that's why he ain't that's why he haven't been out. Saint is like, you know, you want me to tell your wife? He like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell her. She'll be alright. She used to me not coming home. Saint is like, you sure? She was getting suspicious. LeBlanc like, I could don't tell me nothing about my wife, bro. I should tell you something about internet, but I ain't telling you nothing about internet, so don't tell me nothing about my wife. I wonder do John know that he messed around, that Antoinette messed around with Marquise? You know what I'm saying? That's a situation for another day, because they pulled up on Marquise to flex on him at the little motel, trying to talk trash. Little did they know your wife was in the motel with him. But hey, again, another conversation for another day. So while her husband is in jail, Miss Marie decides to go to the Blues. She walked in there literally, I ain't gonna say it literally as soon as she walked in there, but when she got in there, she seen Curtis playing blackjack. He automatically recognized her. They started a conversation. He vows to say, hey, you ain't gonna get away from me this time. So can't wait to see where their little situationship go next episode. But that was the last we seen of them this episode. These two stupid Negroes, Marquise and Antoinette, are on a date in public. They get seen by Prince and another right-hand man of Saint and LeBlanc's, and they get followed. But while that's going on, before we get real deep into that, we gonna go to Miss Shirley. Now, Miss Shirley, on the other hand, must got some good little badonka, because this man Gabriel done popped up to her house. Now, Gabriel was the college boy who she had put it on back in the day when she was a pre-madam. Yeah, that's what we gonna call it, pre-madam. When she was a pre-madam. Gabriel was the one who had got it on with her. Now he offering $500,000. That's $500,000 to tap that booty. You know, and she like, look, I don't care if you offer me $10 million. Now when she said that, I was like, hold on now, Shirley. Hold on now, you know what I'm saying? I was, hold on now, Shirley. She ain't going for it. She don't want to do that. She ain't with it. She pull a gun on him again. And he like, look, some things worth dying for. I'm gonna get that booty. So he leaves. Now as we get back to Antoinette and Marquise, they get followed to the hotel that they went to. They was gonna call Saint, but they was like, nah, cause by the time Saint get here, they gonna be gone and she gonna lie about it. It ain't really gonna work. So they decided to go knock on the door and pretend to be maintenance. Marquise the door had a peephole. Not only did it have a peephole, why did you open the door? You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to open the door. It wasn't mandatory. But he opened the door, and as soon as he opened the door, there go Prince taking pictures. Antoinette in the bed naked, he there with a shirt on. So they caught red-handed. Can't wait to see what happened next episode. Or is we gonna have to wait 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more episodes to find out what happened? Of course, Marquise is upset about that. Antoinette is more so scared and upset, and like, yo, what is we finna do? Like, we was caught. You feel me? We was caught. So that sun is just beaming, like, dang. While that's going on, the last scene we see is Sheriff Clay driving Skunk into the middle of nowhere. Skunk is like, hey, we was supposed to go to my car. We been past my car. What you doing, Sheriff? And Sheriff is like, look, bruh, shut up or else I'm gonna arrest you. She stops the car, tell him to get out, pull a gun on him, and it's like, you gonna die if you don't do what I tell you to do. He get out the car, he go get in the truck, open the truck, it's Big Shirley. So he like, thank God. He said he thought it was gonna be Floyd. I guess Floyd's just a menace. I ain't know Derwin got down like that. I ain't know Derwin Davis got down like that, but I'm assuming Floyd's just a menace. So she telling him like, we need to talk about Pierre, cause I know that you know what my brother and my son did. And he like, nah, I don't know. And she like, I seen you on the cameras, bruh. It's too late. And don't try none of that jumping out the car stuff that you did with Pierre, because I'm a much better shot, and I promise you I won't miss. And that was the end. That was the end that we see of that. That was the last we see of that episode. Like I said, pretty fucking boring. Did nobody die? Did nobody get shot? Did nobody get killed? Did nobody get beat up? Did nobody sell no drugs? Did nobody nothing? But they hunched though. They was hunching though, right? Man. Anyway, man, thank y'all for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed recording here, sitting down, talking it out, chopping it up with y'all. Let me know down below, do y'all like me waiting a week and then coming back with it, or do y'all prefer the every week thing? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. It also depends on if y'all like these longer videos or not. Like, I'm sitting here looking at the time right now. It's at 39:03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 010, 010. What the I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to everybody down your timeline, because you know we bout that action. We coming every single time. Make sure you go get your Kalani Nicole and Co. I will be putting her link down on her social medias in my bio below, right? In my bio, in my description. It's gonna be in the box down low. Where mine at, hers gonna be down there too. Love y'all, you know what to do. You know what to do. I love y'all, man. Without further ado, until we get into some more action. I don't like how I poured it up slow. Without further ado, man, until we get into some more action. God dang. Without further ado, man, until we get into some more action. Yeah. Hey.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here.